Hi, I'm Liam.
Hi, I'm Dylan, and we're going to talk about Romanticism and poetry.
What is Romanticism?
Romanticism was an artistic, musical, and intellectual movement that began in the late 18th century, which was sparked by the Industrial Revolution and people's dislike of the disconnection of humans and nature.
The Romantic era began in the late 18th century, around 1770, while its prominence in culture began to die down in the mid-1800s. The actual term Romanticism was coined in 1840 in England.
Romanticism's key features included a sense of nostalgia for the past, a worship of nature, an emphasis on emotions and freedom, and a resentment of the ever-growing superficial industrialized world.
Inspiration was drawn by the beauty and wonders of nature and the metaphysical world, as well as passionate emotions. These emotions could have been caused by a poet's dislike for industrialized civilization or from the Enlightenment movement that took over Europe, bringing rationality and non-creative factual science to the forefront, as well as materialism, which was a greatly rejected notion by Romantic poets.
Other influences could have been the glorification of such things as the creativity of an artist, the untamed nature untouched by human development, religion, and the freedom of expression and imagination.
In short, Romanticism was against the increasingly uniform society that was brought upon by the Industrial Revolution and placed things such as religion, nature, and other methods of free expression on a pedestal.
There were 6 major poets who helped influence and bring awareness to the Romantic movement.
William Blake, whose book The Marriage of Heaven and Hell was published in the 1970s. Some poems within the book were The Argument, Proverbs of Hell, and A Song of Liberty.
William Wordsworth wrote the poem called The Prelude, which was published in 1850 by his wife. The poem was supposed to be the beginning of another poem called Recluse, which he did not finish because he died.
Lyrical Ballads with a few other poems was a book written by both William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge. This book contains Samuel's most influential and most popular poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. This book remains an incredible influence on all of English literature.
George Gordon, better known as Lord Byron, wrote Childe Harold's Pilgrimage, which was published between 1812 and 1818. His satirical poem, Don Juan, is considered by most critics to be his finest masterpiece.
Percy Shelley was best known for poems such as Ozymandias, which was published in 1818, Ode to the West Wind, published in 1820, and When Soft Voices Died, published in 1824, all of which are considered classics today.
John Keats was noted as the poet of 6 famous odes, including Ode on a Grecian Urn, Ode on Indolence, and Ode on Melancholy, all which were published in 1819.
Although the Big Six are credited for establishing Romantic poetry, there are many other poets who made contributions to Romanticism as well, including Edgar Allan Poe, who is known as one of the first to start the American Romantic movement.
Another American poet named Henry Wadsworth Longfellow was known for his lyrical poem The Song of Hiawatha.
Sir Walter Scott was a Scottish poet in the 19th century who contributed to Romanticism with poems such as A Serenade and Border Ballad.
Other famous and influential poets include Jibanananda Das, Mirza Ghalib, and Jovanovic Zmaj. The influence of Romanticism stretched beyond the limits of poetry and literature and was able to make an impact on other areas of culture. Artists created influential pieces of art, including Anne-Louise Giraudet, Ghosts of the French Heroes, and J.M.W. Turner's Fishermen, which helped revolutionize different forms of artistry.
Composers and musicians also came under the influence of Romanticism. Ludwig van Beethoven helped create some of the most influential and widely revered pieces of music, including his Symphony No. 5.
Some interesting facts that we learned during this project is that Napoleon helped the spreading of Romanticism during his conquest of Europe, as he is known to be the father of French Romanticism.
Percy Shelley's wife, Mary, created what is known today as one of the most famous Gothic novels of all time, Frankenstein.
Thank you for listening, and have a great night.
We hope you learned something.